Hello and welcome to In the Kitchen with Matt. I am your host, Matt Taylor. Today I'm going to show you how to make jalapeno poppers. More specifically, bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers. Oh yeah, they are a very popular appetizer, really popular here in the United States, and super easy to do. Very few ingredients. If I can do it, you can do it. Before I move on, make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on any of my new videos. Let's get started. Begin by washing and drying your jalapenos. Now we want to cut them in half. And so I'm just going to take them, and these are about 3 to 4 inches long. And then you can leave on these ends right here if you want, or just cut them off. And now we want to get all the inside out. That's going to be the really hot part. So let's scoop that out with a spoon. And whenever you're handling these jalapenos, don't go touching your face or your eyes because we'll be in for a rude awakening. So we'll scoop out these insides. Get those seeds out. So just scoop them out so you have little boats, little canoes, jalapeno canoes. All right, so I'm going to do that to a few of them. So you're going to want about 10 to 11 jalapenos cut in half, which will give you about 20 to 22 halves. So go ahead and do that. Also, you can preheat the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 205 Celsius. All right, and then once I have them cut, I'm just going to place them back in my bowl for now. All right, and then in a large bowl, I have 8 ounces of softened room temperature cream cheese. If you forget to take it out of the fridge to soften, you can put it in the defrost mode in the microwave for about 40 seconds or so. And I'm going to mix this up first with a mixer. Scrape the sides. We want to get it nice and fluffy. All right. And then I have 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You don't need a ton of salt because there's salt in the bacon. 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, ground black pepper, and 1/2 teaspoon of ground garlic powder. So ground garlic powder. And then I'm going to add in 1 cup of cheese. This is cheddar cheese. I'm using mild cheddar, but you could use a sharp cheddar if you want. You could use different cheeses if you want. You can do a blend of like Monterey Jack and cheddar. You could do like a more sharp cheese, like an Irish cheddar. A lot of things that you can do. And then I'm just going to mix this together. Beautiful. I'm going to remove these beaters. And you can certainly taste this if you want. There's no eggs or anything in there. So you can give it a taste, and then you can add more spices if you want. Like some onion powder, paprika, whatever you want to do. Salt, pepper, and garlic powder are my favorite spices. Okay, and we'll just mix it together with our spatula. The cheese is already inherently salty, as well as the bacon, so you don't want to add too much extra salt. So just start with that and give it a taste, and add a little bit more as needed. Now I want to grab my bacon, and I just have a little cheap brand of bacon, and you want it to be thinly sliced. If it's thick, it's going to be hard to roll. And then what you want to do is you want to just kind of cut these in half. For now, just some of those. You could use a full piece of bacon too if you wanted, up to you. I'm going to scoot that up there. And then I have a sheet pan lined with a silicone mat, or you could do it with parchment paper, or you could just wrap this whole thing in foil and go from there. And I will take a jalapeno boat, canoe, and then we'll come in here with some of our mixture and fill it up like so. And then take one of these little strips of bacon. Some people might skewer these with toothpicks, and you can do that if you want. I'm just going to put this right here like this. And when you have them all wrapped, into the oven they go. Once again, 400 degrees Fahrenheit, 205 Celsius. And we'll bake them for 18 to 25 minutes until the bacon gets nice and brown and crispy. On to that step. And when they come out of the oven, they will look something like this. The cheese is going to be all melted and the bacon is going to be nice and browned and crispy. And you just let it cool for 3 to 5 minutes and then serve them up. And once they have cooled a bit, you can come in here and eat one. I'm going to grab this one, show you what it looks like. So good. All right, the bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers are done and turned out fantastic. There's a variety of different jalapeno poppers out there. This is one of my favorite ways. It's really easy to do, simple ingredients. If I can do it, you can do it. A few tips: make sure to watch the salt in the cheese mixture because the cheese is already inherently has a bit of salt in it. So start with 1/8 of a teaspoon to 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt and go from there. Also, if you don't want it to overflow as much from the jalapeno canoe, then add less of the cheese mixture before you wrap it in bacon. I personally don't care if it overflows, but that's just my preference. I'm Matt Taylor. This has been another episode of In the Kitchen with Matt. Thank you for joining me. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or requests, put them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thumbs up, down the corner, push it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos. Take care. Time for me to dive into this. Oh yeah, I'm gonna grab this one right here. Mmm.